So after lap 4, we have our house finished. And the first step is to change the unit because the CAD file unit is metric. So let's go to manage and locate the project units. So we can change them all to meters. And when you change the length, make sure you change the rounding here. So we need 2 decimal places. And click OK. This way you can choose the ratio 1. It doesn't really affect our model. And volume, cube meters. And we can leave it as it is. And click OK. And now you can see our unit it becomes to the metric. And second, let's duplicate our view. So as you can see, we have a side view here. And it has a project base point, which you cannot see from other views. So we have our TOF. You cannot see this point. The reason it only shows in the side view because it's gonna be a little weird if you shows in other views because we don't need it in normal case, like in our floor plan view, L1, L2, we don't need it. So it only shows inside view. But if you want to like show it as your TOF, you can use the visual we learned before. You can just type V twice in your keyboard, and then you can see there is a site and project base point. It's unchecked, that's why you cannot see it. But in the side view, it's checked, that's why you can see it. So let's do a duplicate. You can just simply use duplicate. And let's rename it to site project north. And if you feel this grid label is too large, you can just change the scale. And now we want to choose a reference point, which is our intersection between grid 1 and grid A. So select all of them and go to the modify panel, move. Make sure you choose the center of this point. So when you're in the center, you're gonna see a circle here. And then move to the intersection between these two grids. Make sure you align it very concisely, which will be here, intersection. Okay. So now this is our project base point. And by default, it's 0 and 0. And now let's import our CAD file. So in the insert, you can see all kinds of options. And we use link CAD. And you should have a file from your Civil 3D teammates. And you can see that all kinds of options. Make sure the current view only is unchecked. And you can leave others as default. And just make sure the positioning, change it to manual center. And let's click open. And now you can see when I move my mouse, there's something around here, but we don't know what it is. So you can just and now you can see it's the surface we imported. And let's put it somewhere near the project, near our model. And now click it. You can see the modify panel here, and click the move. And zoom in, you can see the shear reference as we mentioned before. So this is our reference point. And also still action, the center. And zoom in to make sure you put it in the center of your base point. So make sure it's a circle. You saw a circle, it's not like other shape of points, because we need to make sure it's in the center. And click it. So now we move the surface align with our model. And how can we know we have the same reference point? So let's go to annotate. And there's a spot coordinate. Display the coordinates or points in your project. So let's click it. And still make sure you choose the center of the circle and click it. Zoom out. You can see the annotation. And you click once, twice, and now you have it. And create the this function. So now you can see we have different points here. And I'm going to use another function to make sure they have the same coordinate points. So in the manage here in the project location, you can see there is an icon like this, which is coordinates. So use the drop-down menu. You're going to acquire the coordinates. So you can see the demonstration in this box used in the linked project. So let's click it. And now just click the this file you imported. Click it. It's gonna pop up a box and inform you the coordinates already being acquired from this CAD file. And just click close. And now you can see we have the same coordination points. But now if you go to your 3D view, you can see your surface is way off your model, right? So in your CAD file, you can see there is elevation here, 647.3, and that's the parameters we need to use to modify the elevation. So go to 3D, choose your file, put negative 643.7, and make sure you click apply or you hit enter. And now if you zoom in, you can see the surface is aligned well with your model. So now it looks like a real case. Like your house, you have a ground surface. You can just rotate the model to check. So you may notice there is another surface here. So this is the rolled surface. I think it's because something set in the AutoCAD file, but it will not affect our model, so it's okay. So it's basically covered the main parts of these lines. Just make sure you have the offset here. So we import the CAD file into Revit. We can also export the Revit file to CAD. And you have all kinds of format, but in our case, we're gonna export as a CAD file. So in the file, export, you can see the CAD format, and we use DWG. And a window gonna pop up, and you can see the in-session export setup. And let's click the modify export setup, the three dots. Another window gonna pop up, so you can see all the settings. In a real case, in a real project, maybe you have some specific requirements, ask you to modify these parameters. But in our case, we're gonna change our units. So change it to meter in the units and coordinates, meter, and use the shared coordinates. That's what we did before. And click OK. So once we finish the setup, we can export the file. So you can see here, export current view shadowing. It's because the current view is the 3D view. So for example, if we go to this one, let's do the export again, CAD file, WG, make sure the units is correct. Yeah, it's correct. We already set it up. And now the current view becomes like this, right? So that is what I mean current view sheet only. But if you want to, like, you don't want to switch view to view, you can use another function here. So in session, view sheet set. And if you click it, another option gonna pop up, like all views and sheeting is set. You can also check all views and sheets in the model. So now you can see all the views we have in our project. Like we built our walkthrough before, the elevation views, also the copy of our views. This is our current view. So it was checked. And also you can see the sheet we built. View in the set is in this one. Views in the model. So you only have the views. And this one only have the sheet. So this depends on your needs. Okay, depends on whatever you want to export. And then click next. You can just save your file in your local storage.